Good morning, Muscatine. It's Wednesday morning, freezing for food day 3. Monday I was saying I felt bad because I wasn't really freezing. I'm going to take that all back now because yesterday was cold. Today's going to be a mess, but that's all right. We've still got a bunch more food to collect. Don't forget you can swing into Hy-Vee and grab $20 bags with a bunch of the stuff that the Salvation Army has already picked out. And we've got to hit our $5,000 match to make sure that they've got money to use all year long up at Riverbend. Speaking of Riverbend, I've got Gretchen Nollman, whose title is... What is your actual title now?
So I'm the food sourcing manager there at Riverbend Food Bank.
What does that mean in English?
What does that mean in English? That means that I am in charge of all the purchasing and all the donations of food that we bring into the warehouse that all of our pantry partner agencies can come out and get.
Gotcha. Okay, so you guys acquire the food and then the pantries can come up and get it. And then, so what does the need in Muscatine look like overall?
So the need in Muscatine is bigger than ever. It is 1 in 8 adults that are food insecure. So that means that they are not sure where their next meal is coming from. And then when you look into the youth side, the kid side, anybody under the age of 18, you're looking at 1 in 6. So when you have a classroom size 30, you've got 5 kids in there and they do not know where their next meal is coming from, which is huge in importance right now.
Yeah, and the important thing to remember is this is the food insecurity, if I understand it correctly, that's all functionally calculated after government programs, after, all that stuff, the EBIT food cards that they have and stuff like that. They're still coming up short.
Yeah, they're still coming up short. Whether they have, the government food, whether the agency that's providing that food has money of their own to be able to provide purchase food from us to offer it out free to those. And also it involves the retailers, just like Hy-Vee and Fairway here in town. They do donate to our local partner agencies, but there's only so much that goes around for those that are in need.
Yeah, and that's kind of the important thing to think about. When I was talking with Lieutenant Macy from the Salvation Army, they serve, I think it's 200 and some odd families every month. And they do it a little differently than some. They don't do just like a small bag where they have to come back like 2 or 3 times a week. They do it where like it's a once a month thing and they've got this decent amount to supplement what else they have. So when you look at like Muscatine, what do you think the biggest real need is that people can do to help?
It's definitely coming down here this week and being able to donate the money or, buying the $20 bag there at Hy-Vee or at Fairway. But just going out to those pantries in town. We are partnered with 5 of them here in Muscatine, and then we have 2 on the outsides of the county of Muscatine, and just asking them, what are you needing? There's usually social media posts that are talking about the different needs. I mean, the standards are peanut butter and jelly. You've got your pancake mix, flour. I mean, protein needs is a huge thing. So any type of meat that you can find and donate to the pantries, that's another big thing that's needed right now.
That's awesome. So as we look at, I totally lost my train of thought. What else should we know? I'm just going to dump it to you because I totally lost my train of thought. And somebody drove by and I lost.
No, I think the big focus too is that I know Riverbend's really appreciative of all the community support that we do have here in Muscatine. And I'm looking forward to the improvement of getting the awareness out there about insecurity. I know a little more of the pantry agencies are working together when it comes to retail pickups, when it comes to working together and making sure all the donations are equally put out between the pantries so that we can serve everybody that's needed to have that meal on their plate.
And actually thank you. One thing that we talked about last year with this matching donation for the Salvation Army, when we set it up, it was a credit at Riverbend for them to be able to go get food throughout the year when they needed it, which helped a tremendous amount. But the nice thing about that is they are able to, like, there were points where some of the other pantries needed help, or like the Jesus Mission, things like that. They were able to funnel some food through to them as well. So, all those agencies have to do is reach out and ask the Salvation Army, and they've got this resource for the entire community. So it's not like it's just, has to be completely from there. They just kind of act as the point for it. And one thing I should point out, all the money that goes into our kettle out here at the H&I trailer goes to food purchases. It doesn't go to like the regular Salvation Army Red Kettle campaign budget and all that stuff. It goes straight to the food purchases. So if you do stop out and you just want to toss some in real quick, that's where that'll all go. So Gretchen, I know this is it's a really big topic, and I'll be honest, I don't want to stand out here and freeze to talk about it. So maybe when we're back in the studio in a week or two, we'll have you back in and we can talk about it some more. But what is the one thing that you really want people to know that's not necessarily common to know about food insecurity?
That everybody doesn't know everybody's story. It could be anybody. It could be your neighbor that you don't even realize needs that food. And just being more cognizant of that. Be kind during this time frame of the holidays, because more people tend to have more issues during this time frame of not knowing, what they're going to be able to do to put food on the table.
Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping down before you headed up to Riverbend. Muscatine, we'll be out here till 5 tonight. Thursday, Friday, same thing. Just go attack the rest of the day with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Thank you, Coach Harbaugh. Talk to you soon.